Hello. Hello there.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Hi.
What's up, Pop
Ciao.
Girlies Nation?
Aloha. Hola. Konnichiwa. We're global.
How are we doing?
Yes.
We're great. Great.
Good.
Having a great time. Festive winter season. It's getting cold in the
I'm being
city.
attacked right
Frigid.
now by my upstairs neighbors. There is galloping and thumping happening above me. It is distressing. I don't
It's
know
really
what's happening.
disrespectful.
Well, yeah, it is. It's like I don't know if there's a herd of elephants or, the riding of the bull happening, but it's not pleasant to me. I don't
No.
understand what's going on.
Don't they know that a major education is happening
No,
downstairs?
they don't know. They don't know. Should I make Pop Girlies flyers and put them under the doors of all of my neighbors?
Yeah.
Yes, totally.
Like,
No,
this is
but it's not to advertise. It's to say like, hey guys, around this time, from this time to this time, everyone be quiet because I
Everybody,
am creating a
shut up.
podcast.
the Declaration of Independence times a million is happening right now.
You make everyone sign it.
Oh, well, there's only three signatures that need to be signed on the Pop Girlies Declaration of Independence. Well, four.
Well, Audrey Hobart.
Okay, five, because Gaudry, Queen Honey, me, Drew, Maria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think
Well,
anybody
both
else
Queen Honeys.
mm, could. Sound off in the comments.
We'll have to figure it out. There's only one Queen Honey that we have a direct line of communication to, so
Madonna.
we'll have to figure it out.
They
Yes, Madonna.
Oh my God, those
Madonna
pictures
or
of her
my mom.
yesterday, she looked like 2 years old.
I love this bit that you do all I love you calling Madonna like a newborn.
That
That's
is,
such a funny meme.
it's one of my favorite memes. It's so funny. Like, did you guys see like where like it was like Madonna Spotify age and it was 0?
It's just like so where it'll be like the Frozen music video, and then it was like, can you guys believe that she was 12 when she made this?
Yeah, literally. I can't believe she was a toddler making erotica. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
It's so
Really
crazy. She was
inappropriate.
light years ahead of everybody else.
Really, puberty hit her early.
Madonna was right, as usual.
Madonna was right, as usual. Well, should we get into this hot track gigorama?
Yar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you
Okay.
want to go first?
Yeah. Why don't you
Sure.
go first?
I will, because I kind of never do. Um, well, obviously, if you're clicking on this video, you know what album we're doing today. We are doing an album by Miss Fiona Apple, who's one of my favorite artists, and I haven't been in like a big Fiona era in a while, actually. So not just have I been revisiting When the Pawn, which we'll get into obviously later in the episode, but I've been listening to all of her albums. I've listened, she has 5 records, so it's a very digestible discography because she takes a million thousand years. Lord stands, of which I'm one. Be fucking happy that you're not Fiona Apple stan because it was 8 years between her last two albums, and the amount of time between albums has only increased since then. So I fear we're not getting another one until next decade. But I've been just revisiting all of her work, and she's just really such an incredible artist. I'm really excited to get to talk about her. And so I'm gonna pick one of my all-time faves from the album The Idler Wheel, and that's also an abbreviation because that has a fucking long ass title as well. Not as long. It's The Idler Wheel is wiser than the driver of the screw, and whipping cords will serve you more than ropes will ever do. That's the full title.
Whoa.
But
Wow.
my hot track is Werewolf, which is like one of my all-time favorite songs ever. That's so good. Um, it's amazing. And it's like a
Love.
perfect example of her really terrific songwriting. So that's my hot track. Getting and dipping our toes into the Fiona water.
Love it.
Taking a bite
Yay.
of that
Love it.
Fiona apple, if you will.
Take a bite,
I
take a
see, I see
bite.
what you did.
Fiona Apple.
What?
I did
You
sour
Oh,
did sour
sour
candy, but
candy,
candy.
but Fiona
Fiona
apple.
Apple.
Got it. I'm getting it.
Take a bite. Take a bite.
Okay, I pick Maria.
Okay,
Okay.
Marita.
Yes. Well, I am going to be picking a track that I referenced last week and I almost picked it. And then there was one that was like a little bit like it was like a little bit fresher for me. So I was like, oh, let me do this one. It's like a little bit like not like my typical hot track, but I feel like I have to give this one the spotlight at least once because it's a new song by an artist we've talked about a lot this year. And this song is, it didn't, the song, it took me a minute to realize that it was that girl. I think it took me watching the music video for it, but this song is classy, sophisticated, groundbreaking, monumental, and I don't know a better person.
What is
And
it?
it's hard. It's hard by FK Twigs.
I knew you were gonna say that. I kind of knew that you were gonna say that.
I had no idea what it was.
When she
Well,
said music video, I was like, because I was like, okay, I think she's talking about FK Twigs. And then when she said music video, I was like, because there's the hard music video.
Yeah.
there and correction. There's not a sushi music video
No.
yet, right?
If
Okay.
there was, you would have already watched it a
Yeah.
million times.
I mean,
Yeah.
come on. We would have known.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully it's
I
on the
hope so.
docket. Yeah.
It's kind of crazy though, because there's already four videos for the Afterglow songs. There's Cheap Hotel, there's Predictable Girl, Hard, and Love Crimes. And I'm like, I don't know how many music videos she's gonna pump out for this
How
album,
many
but
are on Eusexual? Three? Four?
um,
Well, perfectly she did the
there's Public
video.
Things. Oh yeah, Perfectly, which I guess is like a droplet technically. Oh well, no, it's on the Eusexual reissue.
Yeah.
I don't
Weird.
know. That's a lot of math. But the music video for Hard is
Is it good?
amazing. It's so good. The choreography in it is amazing. Then like the whole thing's in black and white and it just looks so good. It's such an aesthetically pleasing music video and the song is so amazing. It's just so funny when like you listen to a song once and you kind of just let it happen and then you revisit and you're like, how did I not understand and recognize the power of this song upon the first listen? Because now I'm in like total rapture over it, you know?
Yeah.
So that's my hot track.
Period.
Period.
Hmm.
Druita, bring us home.
Okay. Well, I have to do this
You just
song.
did the eye of I'm so stupid. You literally
Uh,
just did that.
well, I have to do a song that I mean, this song wouldn't exist without this diva that we're referencing now. And I think I've already done the normal version of this song, but I made a discovery on the bus on, I think it was Friday, of the song Skinny Dipping by Sabrina Carpenter, which is clearly,
You
um,
didn't discover it.
well, I discovered the acoustic
The
version,
acoustic version, the acoustic version.
which is, I think it's better.
Well, okay, we have to educate the people on
Yeah,
what we
so
mean.
so skinny dipping, there's this, I mean, what would you describe this song as?
Well, because okay, Skinny Dipping is the lead single from Emails I Can't Send, and when it was released, Drew and I thought it was actually the worst piece of music ever recorded. And then an epiphany came upon me when I was like, wait, this is actually just a Fiona Apple song. And then that made everything click for me.
It
And
clicked.
and now I'm like, this is performance art. It's cutting edge, it's groundbreaking, it's experimental, it's unafraid to reference or not reference. It's just kind of everything.
Yeah. And then the acoustic version just like takes it to another level because her vocals just go really hard. But then you still get the crazy, I mean, it'll be a
It could be a
Wednesday
Wednesday.
and I'll be going to this coffee shop, hear the barista call it oat milk
Oat milk
latte in
latte.
your name. And I
And
look across the room and I think there's no
no
chance
one,
it's you, but it
but it
is.
is. It's
I'll say
also
hi, you'll say hi, how are
oh,
you?
he's still going.
I mean, it's like, it's beyond patter song. It's beyond,
It kind of is a patter song. It's like Fiona Apple doing a patter song.
it's,
I need a remix with Gaudry Hobart.
oh, stop. A Gaudry cover of Skinny Dipping?
We're not worthy,
Whoa.
us cretins. Humanity's not worthy of that level of excellence, I fear.
No. But yeah, so Sabrina Carpenter is the daughter of many Pop Girlie, but I mean,
She's a Fiona daughter.
yeah.
Nobody else knows that, but she is. Sorry. Sorry about it.
I bet she fucks to this album though. Like, I bet you she loves it.
Okay.
Fucks with, sorry, not fucks to
Yeah,
this
I was
album.
about to say, I that would be concerning.
No, I bet she fucks with this album. It's not,
The
sorry.
concept of having sex to win the pawn by
Uh,
Fiona Apple.
yeah, that, I take that back,
Babe,
clearly.
I'm in the mood. Can you play Limp? Like, it's so crazy.
That is so bonkers.
That was really crazy, Drew.
Yeah, I know. I
Oh my God. Okay.
embarrassed.
Well, on that note, are we gonna go?
Yeah, getting to it.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm so excited to be doing the second studio album from Fiona Apple, Win the Pawn. As always, I have a little dissertation prepared, and I would just like to start off with a trigger warning. I'm going to be referencing some mental illness as well as sexual assault. So take care of yourself however you need. I can't give you a timestamp to skip to because we haven't recorded the rest of the episode yet. So skip around until you're past what you need to be past. But yeah, so for some background, Fiona Apple was born in New York City in 1977. Her mother was a singer and her father was an actor, and they met while working on the 1970 musical Applause, which is the musical adaptation of All About Eve. Beyond her parents, Fiona comes from a long line of performers. Her maternal grandmother was a dancer, and her maternal grandfather was a vocalist of a big band, like a big band vocalist. And then her sister's a cabaret singer, and her brother is an actor. So a very artsy family. From an early age, she was classically trained in piano, and she began writing original music at age 7. Jazz music was her first love, and Billie Holiday and Ella Fitzgerald have been cited as big musical influences. She also was very influenced by the poetry of Miss Maya Angelou, and she actually thanked Maya Angelou in the liner notes for the vinyl reissue of her first album title. She has also fought lifelong battles with OCD, depression, anxiety, and restrictive eating. A lot of her mental health struggles can be traced back to when she was raped at age 12 by a stranger in the stairwell of her apartment building. Uh, she has been very candid about her experience with sexual assault and her struggles with her mental health um, since the very beginning of her career. And in a lot of ways, that shaped and formed the public opinion and perception of her. But I think it is very, very brave to be so vulnerable and open about things that, can be very hard for people to talk about. So at age 19, she released her debut album title, and it was an unexpected commercial success, selling 2.7 million copies. And her breakthrough song, and kind of the only song of hers that you could really say was like a hit, was the album's third single, Criminal, which is such a good song if you don't know that song. It is her only song to ever chart on the Billboard Hot 100, peaking at 21, and it was bolstered by the very controversial music video that accompanied it, which depicted her in sexually suggestive scenes and kind of like painted her as like a Lolita-esque seductress, if you will. That song won her the Grammy for Best Female Rock Performance in 1998. Her public image was on the receiving end of much public derision, especially from the press. She has a very infamous Best New Artist speech at the VMAs where she says that this world is bullshit. And that received widespread criticism and just kind of launched a large wave of negative coverage of her in the press and cemented her public image as, at the time, as an unstable, annoying young prodigy. Retrospectively, I think looking back on everything, like pretty much anything people said about her was like traced back in some way to misogyny, um, which unfortunately makes sense given that she broke out in the late 90s. But it really is sad, thinking about the way that she was treated, especially with how like revered I feel like she is now. Also in 1997, she met and began dating the filmmaker Paul Thomas Anderson, and they would be together through 2002. He became a collaborator of hers, directing multiple music videos. All the videos for this album were directed by him. They had a very troubled relationship. that was fueled by a lot of drug use. I think like they ended very messily. I think they're on good terms now. He directed a video for her fourth album, The Idler Wheel. Uh, but just reflecting on it, it seems like it's a very traumatic experience. And it is thought that much of their dynamics as a couple are explored on Win the Pawn. So, getting into the album itself, Win the Pawn was made with John Bryan, and Bryan has worked with a wide range of different artists, including Fiona, of course, Elliott Smith, Frank Ocean, Kanye West, Sky Ferreira, and Mac Miller. So that's like so many different kinds of sounds and styles. He's also written a lot of scores for films, including Magnolia, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, and Lady Bird. He is the sole producer credited on the record. Arrangements and orchestrations are credited to John Bainbridge. Fiona is the sole credited writer on every track. Additionally, she also played all the piano on the record. So one of the things that this album is very notable for is its lengthy title. And the title originates as a response to a profile done of Fiona by Spin Magazine in 1997 that, as Pitchfork noted in their retrospective review of this album, painted her as a pretentious, melodramatic pill. And it received a lot of backlash to she received a lot of backlash because of it. People wrote to Spin Magazine basically saying how horrible she was and obnoxious she was. And she like has described reading a Spin magazine that had Bjork on the cover and just like reading through letters saying how much they hated her. So she wrote this poem as a way to comfort herself and decided that it would be the title of the album. It broke the record for longest album title in history, but that record was subsequently broken by the band Chumbawamba in 2008. The full title of this record is When the Pawn Hits the Conflicts, He Thinks Like a King. What he knows throws the blows when he goes to the fight, and he'll win the whole thing for he enters the ring. There's no body to batter when your mind is your might. So when you go solo, you hold your own hand and remember that depth is the greatest of heights. And if you know where you stand, then you know where to land. And if you fall, it won't matter because you'll know that you're right. That's a little bit of a mouthful. I think it's a serve though, but it is widely abbreviated simply as Win the Pawn. So that's why I've been, referring it to as such throughout this episode. Musically, the record expands upon the sounds of Tidal and dips further into alt and rock influenced sonic landscapes. I think that like the production is a lot more like experimental and kind of like scratchier and rougher around the edges than Tidal is. It's populated with a lot of experimental percussion, and there's a lot of like electric guitars that have a really crunchy quality that are really cool. Thematically, much of the album revolves around the intricacies of romantic relationships and her relationships with men. Although it is speculated, like I mentioned earlier, to have been inspired by her relationship with PTA, she has insisted that the record was not specifically based on any actual personal experiences. It is a defiant, often angry record that explores regret, hope, disappointment, betrayal, and loss with both complexity and dexterity. The album has 10 tracks and comes in at 42 minutes and 39 seconds. So, getting into the release, Fast as You Can was released as the lead single on October 5th, 1999. It became her biggest hit in the UK and was a hit on alternative radio in the US. And subsequent singles were Limp and Paper Bag, but they were less successful. The album was released on November 9th, 1999. It was not as commercially successful as its predecessor, but it still sold 1 million copies and is certified platinum in the United States. The album was received very, very positively. I would also say maybe a bit skeptically at the time, because a lot of the people that were most critical of her were like male rock journalists. And so the reception of this record, the contemporary reception, definitely was positive. But if you like read through old reviews, they're still a bit snarky. The original Pitchfork review is a bit like condescending. Uh, and I would also say that the critical reception, much like kind of all of her early work, has grown over time as society has tried to become more aware of its own misogyny. So Pitchfork initially gave it an 8, which is like still a good score, but they increased it to a 9 in 2017. In their 2020 update of the 500 greatest albums, Rolling Stone ranked this as the 108th best album of all time. It was nominated for Best Alternative Music Album at the Grammys. Additionally, Paper Bag was nominated for Best Female Rock Performance, but she did not win either category. They were not feeling the pawn hose.
Who won?
Some Kias, they don't even deserve an. I actually think Melissa Etheridge was the woman who won Best Female Rock Performance
Okay.
because I think I've had a grudge against her ever since.
Well,
But yeah, that's Win the Pawn. That's our introduction to Fiona. Very, very interesting
whoa.
artist.
Love.
I think she's definitely like in conversation with some people that we've talked about before in the podcast. To me, like the most obvious one is Joni Mitchell. Um, so yeah, I'm very excited to hear everyone's taste. I know that Drew had listened to this album before and had
Yes.
been kind of, I think, spammed by Fiona, by me with Fiona in college. Maria, I don't know your relationship with her at all. So why don't you start off?
Sure, yeah. Well, I had listened to just a couple songs here and there. I was only familiar with just like a handful of random songs, primarily Criminal and Paper Bag. But this was my first experience listening to a full album by her. So I was a huge fan of the whole experience of like actually listening to a full album for the first time. But yeah, like across the board, I thought this was a really interesting listen. She has such an interesting voice, and I wasn't expecting the whole thing to feel so jazzy, which I think is really interesting. And I think one of my favorite things about this album is that the production and her vocal performance are so at odds with each other. Like the production on this album is so clean and crisp, and then her vocal performance is so like a little bit scattered and messy in comparison. And it makes what is like a very tight, like instrumentation feel like turbulent and messy, which is really interesting. Because like I was listening to this another time, like a second time, and I was like really just trying to listen to the instrumentals, and I was like, all of this is like really, really neat. And with her on top of it, it feels like really, really turbulent. So that I thought was a really interesting quality about it. Um, but yeah, I mean, she just has such a poetic way of writing lyrics, which I think is like really unique to her. I mean, I think one of the lyrics of all time is he's and I said so's everything, but he didn't get it.
It's
That's
so good
it's one of the best lines literally ever. So
because she thought he was a man, but he was just a little boy.
he was just a little boy. So yeah, I thought that was absolutely crazy. But she's an artist I definitely would love to like really spend some more time with her entire discography and just like come to understand her more as an artist. Because she's one that I've never really um gotten into all that much. And it's kind of interesting for you, Levi, like being a huge fan of her and kind of comparing her more to Joni Mitchell, because I feel like she's, at least in my like in the way that I make sense of artists in my brain, I feel like she's kind of tethered to like a PJ Harvey of sorts.
Oh,
And I
totally.
love PJ Harvey. So I feel like their discographies are like kind of grouped together in my mind. And I love PJ, so I definitely want to spend more time with her music. Um, Sometimes I feel like I struggle a little bit, especially if I'm like listening to something a couple times, like just listening to something casually with things that are so lyrically dense the way that this is. So I definitely think through the like re-listenings and having this on in the background, like I think more of the wittiness of her writing is definitely going to come through. But yeah, I was very glad to like actually have this one under my belt now. And of course, like I had heard Paper Bag, and um I think the first track too. So yeah, definitely a huge fan. I'm excited to hear what you guys think, and I know that Levi's obviously a Fiona warrior.
I think
Um,
that this is actually a really good introduction to her.
yeah,
Because Tidal, I mean, I think Tidal's a great record, but it is a bit slower than this. I think that this
uh-huh.
is like a bit more upbeat. And then I think if you get beyond this, like she just gets more and more experimental as you go on. Like I know Fetch the
Yeah.
Bolt Cutters was like a bit of a cultural moment in 2020.
Yeah.
Famously, the first album to get a 10 from Pitchfork upon release since My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy in 2010. But
Uh-huh.
I think that that is like the worst entry point for Fiona. That is like not where you should start. And I was I could have seen you like listening to that, Maria, just because I know you're plugged in to culture. And
Hmm.
I'm happy that you didn't because I think that that is like that is not a good place. That's like listening to like late era Bjork as your
Yeah. Yeah.
entryway. It's just not where you should start. And so I think that this is a really good starting point.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
And
she
I
just gets more like percussive and like kind of like chantier as she goes on, and like the structures of songs get looser, the production gets rougher. I think that you'd be really into Fetch the Bolt Cutters, though. I think that you'd
yeah.
be really, really like it.
Yeah. No, yeah, I definitely would love to listen. And something too about this album that surprised me is that I felt like it had some kind of relation to trip hop in a way, where like it was kind of that mix of like um, beats that feel a little bit more electronic with more organic kind of jazzy sounds. Like a Mistake in particular had that like kind of like wub 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 throughout it, you know?
That is just
Um,
exactly what I was thinking when you said trip
yeah.
hop.
So it was kind of giving me like Portishead a little bit too. Like I was like, I'm seeing the vision. Like I wasn't expecting this sound to be here at all. So
Were
that
you?
was
What were
also
you
kind of
expecting? Just like kind of like straight up piano?
I think so, yeah, because like I think my only point of reference for this was Paper Bag. I think there was a couple that I had heard before, but like didn't really have a recollection of. So yeah, I think I was imagining something a little bit more I don't know, I guess like traditional, if that's
Yeah, totally.
proper. But yeah, so I really welcomed that kind of like trip hop electronic sound that was kind of here as well. So
We want to welcome.
we want to welcome.
You to the trip hop sound.
Yes, yeah.
Well,
So yeah,
perfect. Thank you,
Love
Marita.
it.
of course.
Okay, win the Drew.
Win the Drew. So I was first introduced. It would have been 2018 because it was when we were seniors in college. Levi
So
introduced
that
me to
wasn't
this album.
2018.
Oh, 2022.
Yeah, very much the opposite.
Okay, ho.
Girl, look at a calendar. Almanac ho.
Almanac. Um, so yeah, that was when I was introduced to it. And it's one of those perfect albums where like, it's a perfect album to listen to when you just want to feel something, or like if you feel like it's one of the best things to listen to when you're going through something and you want a piece of music to channel those feelings of like anger, or like if a man has you, feeling some type of way. I think this album is like one of the best things to put on, because you really, something I love so much about her voice is how expressive she is, how you feel everything that she's trying to say, and with, especially with how the lyrics are so dense, like it's only even heightened further when you actually read what she's saying. Like I can already feel every bit of emotion in just listening to it without knowing what she's saying, but then when you actually like read up on what she's saying, it's so amazing. So that's what I loved so much about it, listening to it the first time. I just think it's like, I mean, it's just what music should do, right? I mean, um, but listening to it now, I it was cool to like discover new things. Like I didn't have something to like channel uh my listening experience to this. I was really just listening to it for the content of it. Um, and something that I really admire about Fiona is I feel like she's one of those like, I mean, I wouldn't even say that she's not like a pop star, but I mean, like a famous artist who, I mean, she really bends everything that I look for in an artist, but for some reason I still just admire her so much. Like I find like her visuals to just be like I mean, they're just a little kooky. They're a little like they're not these like perfect like placed visuals. I mean, like the visual for this album, obviously, it's like her. I mean, it's a good photo of her, but it's not like she's not creating like visual worlds with her eras. Like she's not an eras type of artist. She obviously doesn't make like songs for even like I mean obviously she's not making things for the radio, but she's not even making things I don't think for any sort of mainstream easy listening. And yeah, and I mean she has these long titles and a lot of times like kind of what Maria was saying, I feel like a lot of her songs do kind of venture into just being a little bit more rambly than what I mean a lot of it's just she's very hard to digest as just an artist. But I just find it so interesting. I think especially like in a time like this, like I feel like she has really inspired a lot of music that now is being called experimental. Like something that and it's not like I haven't seen anyone compare these two albums, but the new Lily Allen album that's been going around, a lot of people are
Mm.
like claiming how, you know, rambly a lot of the songs are. And I find, I'm like, where were you guys? Like, because obviously she's gotten really big with this new, I don't, what's the album called? Is it like West End?
West End Girl.
West End Girl, yes. I've seen a lot of people like talk about that. And how like experimental, how like breakthrough this kind of like rambly structure is. And I was like, well, actually, like, have you listened to Paper Bag? Because that's where it started, you know. So I don't know. I really love Fiona. I think there are songs that really speak to me, and then there are some that don't as much, just because of what I just mentioned. Like, I think some are a little bit harder to grasp. But I respect her so much. She's one of like the rarest artists, obviously from everything I just said. Like, she really does not care about any sort of like I don't think she thinks about anything besides what she's creating, and I think that that's really rare. Obviously, it takes her like so long to make music, and I really admire that because I don't think anyone else. I mean, I literally cannot think of anyone else who does that. So yeah, and I love this album. Um, I think I like it a little bit more. I've only listened to this and Fetch the Bolt Cutters from Levi's recommendation. And I definitely like this one a little bit better. But I mean, she just has like I'll get to it on my top three, but I feel like her like individual songs will just like soar so much higher for me, and then sometimes it does get a little bit like patchy with the other songs, but I'm interested to see where we all fall for that. So
Perfect.
that's all I have to say.
Slay. Thanks, Drew. Thanks, Drew. Win the Drew. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm so happy to be talking about Fiona. She's a very important artist to me, definitely like one of my all-timers, and I would say somebody that has been like very significant to like my development as a person. So I became a Fiona fan my freshman year of college, and I would say that like she was like my professor in rage. I don't think that I had ever really like tapped into like being angry before. I was in therapy at the time and we were talking about like anger because that's just not, I would say, like a emotion that is historically the most easily accessible for me. And she has this like righteous, deep, strong, defiant rage to so much of her music that I feel like it was something I really clinged on to. And it was kind of this album in particular. I remember like listening to it when I would be, on the train going back to campus from therapy and just like kind of getting lost in this atmosphere that she has created. That this atmosphere that is searing and raging and raw and beautiful and vulnerable. And this just became a very, very dear album to me. And then over time, I fell in love with her other uh works, the rest of her discography. This is still my favorite Fiona. And I also still, I mean, I would still say it's her best. I think that this is just like kind of as flawless as music gets for me. I think starting off the bat, I mean, anybody who listens to the podcast knows that I'm lyrics hoe and like the pen game is just like it kind of can't be beat. Like it's just it's undeniable how good she is at writing lyrics. She has such a, like what Maria said, I love that she said this because it's true. She has such a specific lyrical voice, and it was developed from her very, very first album. And I always like, I could like look at any lyric and be like, oh, that's a Fiona Apple lyric. She has this level of wit and sophistication with the way that she puts words together. She is able to like use really interesting metaphors and like really intriguing, kind of like bizarre images to really enhance the story that she's telling. This isn't on the album, but just because I was listening to this record earlier today, there is this lyric from the song Under the Table from Fetch the Bolt Cutters that like is a perfect example of this. And it's I'd like to buy you a pair of pillow-soled hiking boots to help you with your climb, or rather, to help the bodies that you step over along your route so they won't hurt like mine. Like that's such an interesting thought that like nobody's ever said that before, and she's so good at that, and she has a way of like being able to cut to the center of whatever she's talking about. She doesn't take
No.
any cozy corners. She doesn't like try to like be like, oh, I'm not gonna really go there. No, 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 she goes there. She always goes there. It is she cuts to the root of whatever she's talking about, and it's something that you feel deep in you if you really listen to the lyrics of this record. There are so many that like will just kind of stop me in my tracks and be like,
Yeah.
wow, like it's something that you can like feel so deep. Yeah, Drew, you're right. Yeah, yes, Priscilla, yes, Priscilla. Do you guys know that reference?
No.
I feel like I maybe have said it before, but it's that video of Renee Rapp when she's talking to
Oh,
Buddy,
yes.
the bus driver. Yes, Priscilla. Yes. Um, I say it all the time and nobody ever knows what the fuck I'm talking about. But uh
No,
she
I was. She like crushes
yeah, she does.
almost.
Totally. Totally. There's this quote that I know I talked about during the Blue episode that I probably have talked about other times just because I love it a lot. But Joni, when she was writing Blue, she said that like she was like a cellophane wrapper around a cigarette box because she was like that see-through and there was no place to hide, and that's why that record is that vulnerable. And I think Fiona's the same way. Like I think she has that like she's made of that same kind of cellophane that she gives us everything. And I think it's one of the reasons why she's such a compelling artist is that she doesn't hide behind anything. She doesn't soften her words at all. Uh, and it's pretty remarkable. It's really, really a remarkable thing to listen to. And then this record in particular, I just think like the songs are written so beautifully. I think the production is incredible. I loved that observation that you had, Maria, about the kind of tension between the vocals and the production. I think that's so cool. And like turbulent is a really great word to describe this record. I think that that is like a great way to describe it. I love how jazzy it is. I love that it has like harder moments too that like I would say kind of border on rock, but they're fueled by like piano and orchestral sounds. So like that's not like really what you think of as rock. But there are so many moments on this record where she's really going at it that I'm like, this feels like rocky to me. Uh I love that I think like she really starts playing a bit more experimentally with percussion on this record. So on her first album, I would say the percussion is largely like hip hop inspired, and she gets a bit looser with this, and that's something that like really grows over time. And I love that you can kind of like hear that throughout this record. I love the guitars on this record because they sound so weird and like distorted. Um, her vocals are just incredible. She has this just beautiful, smoky, wise alto that is just like it's like a cabaret singer in the best way. Like every time I listen to her, I feel like I'm in like a dimly lit cabaret, and there's like a single spotlight on her, and she's just like leaning into the microphone and just like spilling everything. Um, so many songs of these have like some of my favorite lyrics ever written. I mean, Maria said one of them earlier. Uh, you can use my skin to bury secrets in is batshit crazy. I'm tired of whys choking on whys, just need a little because I want your warmth, but it will only make me colder when it's over. Huh? Like that's so insane. Actually. It's really it's really crazy. Um I think the album's sequenced perfectly. Like I just everything about it to me is flawless, 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 flawless. And I think that this is such a great distillation of what makes her so compelling. She's a phenomenal melodist. She's a phenomenal lyricist. She's a phenomenal musician. She has a sound that has influences of a lot of different other things, but is so unmistakably her that so much of her discography kind of exists in a vacuum to me. Like you can like, piece together different influences here and there, but like honestly, you could just say the genre is Fiona. And I'd be like, yeah. And I think that's similar to what we talked about last week with Bjork. I think Bjork is the same way. I think it gets to a point where, you know, the genre is Bjork. And I think Fiona is the exact same way. It's Fiona. The genre is Fiona. And I think that I just admire this album so much with the way that she takes a lot of pain and anger and hurt and frustration and turns it into something that is really beautiful and something that brings people together. Because I think that this is music that makes you feel connected. I think this is music that makes you feel seen, makes you feel heard. I know that so many of these songs have been comforting to me in various moments throughout my life and, have done that thing that art is supposed to do, where you listen to something or you see something or you read something and you're like, wow, like another human being in the world at some time felt the exact same way that I do. Maybe I'm not alone. Maybe, we all do go through the same things. And I just think there's something really beautiful about that. And she's so good at doing that. So, yeah, if you like this album, please check out the rest of Miss Apple's discography. You will not be disappointed. Because if you like this, you'll like her. I mean, this is like perfect way to capture who she is as an artist. And I'm excited to know what everybody's favorite songs are. So that's what
Get
I got to
into
say about
it.
this.
Ho.
Oh, so
See,
anybody else got anything to say?
I don't
Nope.
think so.
Okay. Marita, we're starting off with me's, which are our least favorite songs, me hee hee hoo hoo hoos. Maria, what is your me hee hee hoo 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 on when the me hee hee hoo hoo hoo?
Okay. So, would like to preface by saying I really did not feel strongly about any of these songs being my least favorite. And I was kind of between two of them. And I ended up going with the one that um I mean like the one that I didn't choose I think feels a little bit more essential to the story writing of the album or like the narrative rather of the album. Um and the one that I ended up going with for my least favorite is To Your Love.
Oh, that's surprising to me. Interesting.
Tea.
Yeah. I mean, I really liked all of the, kind of more like jazzy moments and obviously where it gets I felt like this one, because it has the same melodic refrain the whole time of her saying to your love, to your love. And I feel like well, I don't know. Well, yes, okay. For a second, I forgot its placement, but no, it is the second track. I feel
Yeah.
like for the second track on the album, that's kind of a dense song to put right at the front for having it being like kind of the same thing over and over again. But regardless, I, yeah, I didn't want my least favorite to be one with like monumental lyrics and like it felt pretty important, so I didn't want to choose it. But I almost did because it's like the piano ballad of the track of the
I know
album.
what you're about to say.
What
But
were
I
you
didn't
about to
choose it.
say?
I didn't
Well,
choose
actually,
it.
there's two because there's two piano
Yeah.
ballads. There's like two really slow piano ballads.
Um, well, maybe I don't by the laws of Pop Girlies, I don't have to say what my almost two was, so I'm not going to on the record. Maybe I'll tell you guys off the record.
You don't have to be held responsible.
Yeah, you
No, no,
don't.
no, no.
That is
Okay.
so funny. Okay, Drew.
So my knee is actually it's limp.
Oh,
I know. When I was listening to it, I I listened to this a lot this week to prepare for this episode, and every time when I got to limp, I don't know what it is about it, but I was like, I think that is my knee. And then by the time I got to the end of the album, I'd be like, yeah, that's the only song where I listened to where I was like, I think this is my knee. Like there just wasn't. I think in every other song there was at least a moment or a lyric where I was like, this. You feel that kind of like crushed feeling. And I didn't get that as much in Limp. I don't know. Maybe it just. I don't know. Something about it just doesn't get to. Maybe it's like the melody of it that I didn't find very striking. I don't know.
these are so, both of these are not what I would have guessed from either of you.
Yeah, this one's kind of hard in a way that's like because she is so experimental. It's like it just whatever you. I don't know. What's Levi's me?
Oh, good segue. Um, so there's no repeats. Mine's different. I kind of used, I think, similar metrics that Maria used, which is normally kind of what I do when like there's not an obvious song for me. I try to like pick the one that feels the least essential to the project. Um, and again, I think that's hard because I do think that these 10 songs like work pretty perfectly together, but having to pick one, I'll pick The Way Things Are. That would be my me. Um, I think that I think out of all the songs, it's adding like the least new thematic material and sonic material. I also it like just comes after such a high run for me. Like it comes after like a 4-track run that is like unbeatable in my opinion. And then the last two songs are like smash smash. So it's like sometimes it just happens where something is great, but it is next to supermodels of the galaxy. And you just can't compete with the supermodel of the galaxy. So, yeah, that is mine. But it's a great song. It's a great song.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fair.
I'm really interested to hear. I This is just so interesting. Okay, Maria, your Holy Trinity, your favorite three songs. Go, go.
Okay. So my number three is A Mistake.
Mm,
Whoa.
hmm
it's so good.
It's
It's it's
it's not
everything.
a mistake.
It's a win.
It's a hit.
It's correct. My number two is Get Gone.
Mm,
Get smash.
love Get Gone.
Yeah. My number one, and yeah, I feel a little bit like a basic hoe, but the hits are a hit. Their hits are hits for a reason. My number one is Paper Bag.
Period.
Period.
Yes, Priscilla. Yes, Priscilla.
I mean,
Fight with the wall.
Like it's paperback. I mean, like, what do you want to say? Like, what do you want me to say?
thought it was a bird.
Hunger hurts.
It was
Yeah.
just a paper bag.
Starving works, ho. I mean, it's paperback. It's Fritz Bernays.
It's
Like,
paper bag.
what are
Uh,
you supposed to do?
I mean, like you get to that song and you're like, now prance, my queen, prance. You know?
Wait,
It's a winner, baby.
It's
since
what a
we're on the
baby.
topic of Maria's Holy Trinity, can I say something about a mistake? I've never
Yeah.
told anybody this, and I don't know why this is how I interpret the song. I have always, since the very beginning, of me listening to this record, for some reason, I just like feel like that song is sung from the perspective of Roxy Hart from the musical Chicago.
Whoa.
I always just see her singing it. I don't know why.
That is it kind of could be in
Because I feel like
Chicago.
she wants to make a mistake and she wants to do it on purpose.
Nobody walks down on me.
Yeah, like it's just so Roxy to me. I don't know why. I love that
It's so
song.
Roxy you can't even
That is
stand it.
seismic.
Okay, Maria, amazing top three.
Yes.
Thank you.
Drew,
Okay, my number three is a mistake.
period.
Because I'm gonna make a mistake. Except I'm not, because it's
Because you're gonna do it on
seismic.
purpose.
Yep. My number two is I Know, because
Can we use your skin to bury secrets in?
yeah,
Are you a crowbar?
insane closer, insane melody too. She's insane for that song. Um, yeah, I mean, there's no other words for that. And then my number one is Paper Bag. Fight with me.
Paper smash, paper hit, paper classic, paper beloved.
Paper EGOT.
Yep. Paper holy text. I mean, it's
Yeah,
everything.
I mean,
What did you say that one time? The shroud. Do you know?
Shroud of Turin.
Yeah, paper shroud of Turin.
That's really good.
Um, okay, amazing. So a mistake was in contention for my number three,
Oh.
but I'm breaking the pattern because it probably was like number four or five. My number three is Fast as You Can because I'm sorry, hoes, but like that middle section when she goes, my mind don't shake or shift, but most of the time it does. It makes me ascend to the highest levels of atmospheric elevation. It makes me go boom into the sky. I mean, I love like the skittering verses as well, like fast as you can, baby, scratch me after yourself. It's so good. But then those drums like drop out and it like soars and like it's like it feels like a moment in a concert where you like wave like a lighter. It's everything to me. It's everything to me. And there's just it would have been so disrespectful to that middle section for it not to have earned the third place.
Fast as You Can, it almost feels like the whole time I'm like waiting for her to scat. Like,
That is see, I don't that is not her scat song to me.
oh,
I
you're
think
like, so
she could
actually, there's another one.
I feel like a lot of other ones. I feel like she could be scatting on to Your Love, on The Bound. Imagine scatting on Get Gone. Go away, get gone.
That would
But
be
I do
out of this
bop bop
world.
bop. Like I'm telling you
I
what,
I
Get Gone
was
is
waiting
so
for like a
good.
fast scat, like
On like the
on
verses.
Fast as You Can.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm into that. I thought you meant the middle section, which the middle section we don't change.
No, the middle section's flawless. Don't change it.
The middle section is so because I don't even know if you can really call that a bridge. Like I guess that's maybe a bridge, but it's whatever it is, it's Levi heroin. That's what it is. It's
Yeah.
so good. Uh my number two, I fear this might have been Maria's Chapo runner up, but we don't know. But it is Love Ridden. Love Ridden is sacred Levi text. And I feel like she was just trying to avoid another anchor song gate and didn't pursue that one. Um, which is like it's the slow ballad. So it's like the thing that Levi will love and the thing Maria will not get into that gigorama. Um, I just love Love Ridden. And like I think it describes this experience of being out of a relationship with somebody, but still being around them and having to remind yourself that your relationship is different and it's not the same as it used to be. And like, even though like you're still in each other's lives, like it's not that same level of intimacy. And it's something that is so like crushing and very subtle. And it's like a type of pain that is experienced very privately. And like, I just think, no, not baby anymore. When I need you, I'll just use your simple name. That is devastating. That is rude. It's so good. And then my number one, I was thinking about it. I think that this could be like a legitimate contender for my favorite song of all time. Um, I've never like actually thought of like long and hard about like what a definitive favorite song of all time would be. But I was listening to this record forever, and like I genuinely believe that this is like a very, very strong contender. It's a three-peat. It's a paper bag. I mean, it's like it's undeniable.
Yes, yes, yes.
You just get to Zoe Saldana, Amelia Perez.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes, yes. Paperback, yes. Fiona Apple, yes.
When the pun, yes.
Yes, yes. But it's like it's undeniable. Like it also is the centerpiece of the record. Like
Yeah.
very obviously, in my opinion. And it's like every single aspect of it is a knockout. The lyrics, the production, the melody, her voice, and the way that like she like does the variations of the chorus at the end. It's so good. I mean, like Maria said, the he said it's all in your head. I said so's everything, but he didn't get it. I thought it was a bird, but it was just a paper bag. Hunger hurts, but I want him so bad, oh it kills. I know I'm a mess. He don't want to clean up. Wow. Um, every part of it. Every part of it.
You know, Levi, there's something about this song that you haven't mentioned yet.
Well, this song is Levi Lore. It's Levi Lore. It is the centerpiece musical component and basis for Levi Welch groundbreaking hit play.
School of
Is that what you're
Acting.
talking about, Drew?
No.
Oh, are you talking about Bridesmaids?
Bridesmaids. Yes.
I got a little too personal then.
Oh, yeah. He almost spilled personal artistic drama.
For those of you, if you know, you know, or orange drink, if you know, you know, tumbleweed,
drink.
if you know, you know. Uh, that Bridesmaids scene.
Oh.
Maria, have you seen Bridesmaids?
Yes.
Do you know the scene we're talking about?
She's making the little cupcake and then eats it.
It's early on in the movie. It like she like goes home because she'd been talking about baking, and
Yeah.
she bakes a singular cupcake, two paper bag, and like eats it,
Oh,
and it's like so sad.
Like, the most intricate cupcake. Like, she
It's
just makes one.
insane. Yeah, with
that's
like
so
a
funny.
thousand little fondant petals.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Ugh.
That was the first time I heard Fiona Apple. That scene.
Earliest memory of Miss Apple.
Yeah. Or earliest memory of Gagorama boots. Like paper record of the year. I mean, it's so
Moment when your life has changed for good, be like.
yeah. Paper Mozart. It's like everything.
Yeah.
So, oh, I love that it was all three of ours.
Yeah,
That's
so
had to have
everything.
happened before, right?
Yeah, Gracie.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Yes.
That was a gag.
That was a gag because that was actually kind of uncharacteristic of Maria, that song.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Was-
I was on a major soapbox that episode too.
Down.
You were kind of serving correct opinions on that episode, Maria.
Yeah, you deaf were.
Yeah.
Correct indie girl opinions.
You were serving open mind. You were serving non-elitist.
I set the record straight.
Down.
Okay, can we
Down.
get into this scoring gig?
Yeah.
Okay, Drew Fork, start us off breaking out the utensils.
I'm gonna go in
What
at
do you
an
want?
I'm gonna go in at an 8.2.
Oh,
I really like it, but
it's a little low, I would say.
It's a little low.
In
But
with
it-
what you said about it, I think it's a little low.
I'm sensing an incongruency.
Yeah, it's not making sense.
Well, I said there are some songs that are just really really great. Obviously, my top three. But then there are some songs where the melody doesn't speak to me in the same way. What?
There's
What
some
are you
really
laughing
great
at?
songs. There's some really great songs in here. Obviously, my three favorites. That tickled me. I'm sorry. Continue.
I'm taken aback. That was not the direction that I thought this was going to go in.
Oh,
I just thought you'd come in higher. I
But
just
don't
thought,
change it or anything.
what?
I said
What?
don't change it or anything.
Yeah,
Oh, you're not going to. It's you.
no,
You type it. I type it in this Excel spreadsheet. I don't even know if you guys have access to this Excel.
I do.
We
I
do.
I need to close it so I can only edit it. So nobody,
Actually, yeah.
because I don't want no rewriting of his her story.
Yeah.
Hey Maria, follow it up.
I'm gonna go at an 8.7.
Okay,
Wait, that's kind of tea.
that's
That's
where
high for you.
that's around where I thought you were gonna go, Drew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except
I
you,
mean,
I mean, we find out on podcast that Drew is biggest Fiona Apple hater.
For giving it an 8.2.
Yes.
hater.
That's like when Pitchfork gave Folklore an 8 and the writer got death threats.
You didn't give it a 10.
Because that and the New York Times review moved the album from the 90s on Metacritic to the 80s. And so both of those reviewers had to like go private on everything. Okay, well, I'm giving it a 10 because
Yeah.
I respect uh God and his handiwork. He was speaking to Fiona Apple in that record studio.
Yeah.
He was saying, "Right, paper bag.
Hunger hurts.
Right paper bag.
Thou shalt write paper bag."
It's the 11th commandment that only Fiona Apple has access to.
Yes, girl, that burning bush popped out for her.
Thou shalt write paper bag.
Okay, so that is so close to getting in the nines. It was an 8.96.
Oh,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
someone hold my hand tanked it.
Someone hold my hand tanked. Someone did. I wonder who it is.
It's so funny because I feel like this is going to become like the meme of when we did erotica and then my me was Rain, and now every time it comes up, Levi says that I hate that song and I want it to die.
Yeah. Well, that's what you told me.
And now Drew is like the number one Fiona Apple hater.
No, I love Fiona.
Well, we
Fiona!
got some evidence to the contrary.
Girl, for giving her an 8.3.
Drew, this is like when you wanted Maria's head for giving Teenage Dream an 8.6. Oh, but that's different.
That's different. If it were Taylor, girl.
Uh, if it was Taylor, I would have jumped to the Zoom screen.
Right, exactly.
Girl, there'd be no more you. You'd be dead.
Conversation's over.
Yeah, girl, kicked out of the Zoom call.
Yeah, girl.
Well,
Okay. So who wants to talk about what we're doing next week?
Ooh.
I think since it was Maria's idea,
Yeah.
I think she should talk about it.
oh my gosh, sure. So next week is going to be a very special and unique episode. It's our holiday special of sorts. So we're not doing an album. For the first time, aside from like our year in reviews, we're not doing an album. It's gonna be highbrow, it's gonna be conceptual, and it's going to be you're either on board or you're not. What we are doing is an exercise of the mind. All three of us are going to be creating our own personalized Madonna set lists and explaining the concept of our own perfect ideal Madonna the Queen Honey tour, explaining our concepts, going through our what our ideas are for like certain segments of the show, what's inspiring it, maybe even what like aesthetics are being brought to the table, what are the visuals, what is she wearing. So we're basically building our own personalized set lists for our ideal Madonna tour.
Whoa.
And
Yeah.
it's going to be the shot heard around the world.
Seismic.
It's going to be earth-shattering.
Tweet Madonna now.
It will be the biggest historical event since the assassination of Franz
Franz
Ferdinand.
Ferdinand. And instead of starting a world war, it starts world peace.
It's
And
How
the
about
and the
this?
winner, Madonna, will choose for her next tour.
Okay.
oh, that's a prize I wasn't aware of.
Whoa. So everyone start DMing Madonna now. Just let her know it's coming.
Let her know
Yeah.
it's coming.
So,
Let her know that it will probably just be 3 hours of demanding American life to be respected.
yeah.
We all come to the episode and we all just have American Life.
We have the
As,
exact same set list and the exact same name.
yeah.
That'd be so funny.
Okay. Well, this is gonna be Gagorama.
Yeah, it's going to be I you guys will just have to listen. Listen to Madonna's entire discography to prepare, listeners.
It's gonna be the biggest tea ever. The tea will
Merry
be just
Christmas, I mean.
yeah. I mean,
I mean,
so
it's our gift to you.
yes, you're all nice. No naughty hoes.
No. Except if you don't like Madonna, then
I can't believe you just said those words. That's just the growth from you.
literally the growth
As
where
poet
the
laureate
my
Zachary Campbell
concept
once
of her
said, "No,
tour,
you grew."
the fact that I've grown to the point of saying I don't like Madonna to then having my tour concept come to me in a dream.
I know. I can't. I. Oh, did you not know that, Maria?
I woke up and I was like, I know my Madonna tour, and then I texted Levi.
Oh,
I
and I didn't get to hear about it.
I
Why
don't
didn't
know
I
why.
hear
I think Levi had texted me, and then I woke up and I was kind of like out of it, and then I was like, my Madonna came to me in a dream.
Well, I'm so envious that your guys' ideas come to you in dreams. But
So
Well,
it sounds like Maria's tour has not come to her yet.
hey, I didn't say that. I'm saying
Oh,
it didn't come to me in my dream. What?
do you have? Does
Okay.
everybody have their concepts?
Maria, you fake.
Well, I literally it didn't come to me in a dream. I'm sorry, I'm not a prophet. Girl, let's okay, wrap it up, wrap it up. They know what next week is.
Okay.
I'm gonna go make a mistake.
Oh, I'm gonna go see what I think is a bird, but is actually a paper bag.
And I gotta go get gone.
K-pop girlies.
Bye, Shanti.
Bye.